there's a little prizes we took on the way. We couldn't sell any trips, so we were
so we were busy winning
busy
awards.
getting awards. How did I meet Brian? Brian and I did an internship in 2009.
In Düsseldorf, which is our hometown.
And they didn't give us so much to do and put us in the basement. So Brian and I were sitting in the basement and played bubble shooter, I think.
Became more stronger, and we also like best man of each other, and this is kind of the history of how we met. I guess the inspiration of founding together this company was, I think, two things. One, Alex and I wanted to work together for quite a while.
And for me, I was fed up with my corporate career. I didn't like what I was doing. And I wanted to do something by myself, and this was the turning point.
And then we sat down together with Alex and kind of tried to develop the idea. And it's also not a process of one discussion. I think it goes over time, right? And then
after his wedding, I think it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, in the lobby of the hotel where they celebrated, Brian and I were drinking something, and
maybe we had a couple of beers, and that always helps.
And said, actually now is the right timing to do something together. We were looking at different things at the beginning.
I always wanted to do something in travel, just because travel is great, a great way to kind of develop yourself and also kind of broaden your horizon. And combining that with your job, let's say, was kind of my goal. And then
when we were looking for a name, how to name the company, I mean, now it's called TripLegend, and I remember I had the genius idea to call TripLegend at that time Epicando, because it has epic trips, and I'm so glad that this idea didn't come through. We started working on the idea in January 2020.
And then unfortunately, as everybody knows, then a little bit later COVID hit, and we were already in the process of kind of evaluating what to do in the tourism space, I would say.
And no one was sure how long it will take, what it will involve, that no one can travel, we will have lockdown, etc., etc. And so we decided at that moment to continue, which, I don't know, looking back probably would have been a mistake, you never know.
A longer streak of no bookings or a longer streak of stuff that doesn't go the way you want it to go, of course, then brings you to a position where you say, what am I doing here?
So the first 14 months were very hard. I mean, doubting myself, also pressure from my parents who didn't understand why I went out of my well-paid corporate job and started a company in the biggest pandemic that the world has ever seen in the recent time.
But of course, on the same time, you always then have also positive events that pick you up quite quickly again, and also doing it with a co-founder helps a lot, right?
Founding a company is about a lot of amplitudes. Yeah, you have the very lows, but you also have the very highs, and something in between, but mostly it goes up and down quite extremely.
But in the end, I think also, I always say to Alex, like, if we manage to survive this, then I see little reason why we don't over time build a great company. But yeah, that was by far the biggest challenge. Time where we played around a little bit with the model in terms of business, product, and all these kind of things. We also did, just like try to be an online travel agency, so where people could call and say, listen, I want to do this and this, and can you build something for me? And I remember getting a call from a guy who was still in prison and who told me that he was going to get out in a certain amount of time, and then he wanted to go to Thailand. And then we were talking a bit, and then he abruptly ended the call because they're not supposed to have phones in prison, so he had to hand back the phone to whomever he had got the phone from. So I like to remember this one.
Then it took more than 14 months until the first trip took place. The first trip happened in Kyrgyzstan in Central Asia in August 2021.
Really incredible nature, sceneries, really nice, great people, also great food. If you ever go to Kyrgyzstan, eat some plov. I can only recommend it. Second, Colombia, which was really nice. We spent some time, especially in the coffee region, which was good.
We got support from a European social fund, a Berlin startup scholarship, which paid us a little salary, and we actually found some investors. Then we got some subsidies for being a sustainable company from the EBB, it's like the Berlin Investment Bank. Then we have been finalists for the travel startup in 2021, where Brian and I pitched from a yurt in Kyrgyzstan. This worked really well. And now recently we got an award where we got like certified as a sustainable tour operator.
So any last words? I would say come check us out, have a look at our products. I think again, if you're interested in seeing new countries, meeting local people and doing all of this in a sustainable way, then I think TripLegend is the travel brand for you. And yeah, I think that's what I would have to say.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram.